This is looking out my back window, and you can see how windy it is out there. My little rabbit over there, ceramic rabbit, got knocked down by one of the neighborhood cats again. There it is. Knocked over ceramic rabbit. That over there, I nicknamed Yertle the turtle. He lights up at night. So, yeah, this is part of a tropical storm that was in Florida, and I think it's moving up the coast. We had a lot of rain last night, and now we've just got a lot of wind. And it's like coming in gusts. Like right now it doesn't look bad, but then you'll hear it hit really, really hard. So I've been making cookies today. I'm on the last, this is the last batch. I'm just waiting for it to cool down. And stuff to go into the trash because it's overflowing with cookie stuff. So I made chocolate chip, vanilla sugar cookie, lemon coconut sugar cookie, chocolate chip, and then these are peanut butter cornflakes, which is a family favorite. Now I'm in the living room. We curtain off the door here because that opening, all the heat goes out there and up the stairs. So we put those curtains up, and then we have this little heater, and it keeps this room nice and toasty. And I'm watching YouTube, and I'm frantically crocheting on this because that's for my brother and his wife for our family get-together on the 23rd, and I've still got about 22 rows to go. So I'm going to be working on that a bit tonight to hopefully get that done. So I brought my fiber stuff in here for the day. Dave's taking a nap, so I'm trying to talk quiet because he's in the other room. So let's look at our fiber, and then I want to talk to you guys because I need some advice on a couple things. So let's check out the fiber, or not the fiber, the yarn of the day. And here we go. It is one of the 5-gram skeins. And there you can see it is different shades of gold. It reminds me of the shawl that I designed called Keeping You in Stitches. I made it in 4 different shades of gold. That's kind of the same colors as what's in here. So yeah, kind of a golden brown all the way to a light pale yellow. So yellowy gold. So very pretty, very fall colors. Let's take a look at the lighthouse of the day. So we are at number 21. And here is the lighthouse. Kind of reminds me of the Cape Hatteras light because of the coloring. And we have 1 packet of fiber, and it is a pretty kind of dove gray. It like matches, look at that, it exactly matches what I'm wearing. So, and by the way, the shawl that I have on today is called the Round Dance. It is a free pattern. I'll take it off so you can see it. It is one of my absolute favorites because the length is so good. And I don't remember the yarn that I used for this, but it is super, super soft. And I have arthritis in my neck, so I like to have warm stuff around my neck. It just feels good. But here is what the pattern looks like. It has these little like baubles on it. It's plain at the top, and then it has the lace at the bottom. And it is really wide. I mean, it's probably at least about 6 feet. So when I put it around, it hangs just perfect. So, and like I said, it's very soft, so I really like this. If I can find the link to this pattern, because I made this quite a few years ago, if I can find the link, I will stick it below in the description box, but it is called Round Dance. So, and like I said, at the time I made it, it was free. So here is what I would like your advice on. I am kicking around an idea. If you've enjoyed Vlogmas this year and enjoyed seeing the yarn that I open every day, I'm thinking of putting together a set of yarn advent calendars for next year. But I would need to see if you guys are interested in something like that. Let me tell you what I'm thinking. I could do a total of 20 yarn advent calendars that would be 5-gram skeins, which is about like this, about this size. With the mitered square blanket, you get about 2 out of this. And this, let me see if I can pull this here. And the mitered squares are roughly about 2.5 to 3 inches square. Kind of depends on what size needle you use. I think I'm using a 5mm. But you can see they're about a 2.5 inch square, and you get about 2 of them. It's a 35 stitch miter for the square, and yeah, I get about 2 of them out of this. So I could do 20 advent calendars with the 5 gram, not milligram, with the 5-gram skeins, and that would be $25 per advent calendar plus whatever your shipping would be. Or I could do 10 advent calendars and they would be 10 grams. Because in order to do this, I have to have 25 100-gram skeins to be able to divide them down into either 5-gram skeins or 10-gram skeins. So if the 10-gram would be twice this size, you would get about 4 squares out of them. The difference in price, it would be the 10, if I did them in 10 grams, they would be $50 per advent calendar plus whatever your shipping would be, which is still pretty cheap, because the ones I've looked at buying yarn advent calendars, like ones that are pre-packaged and all, they start at about $125, which is why I've always kind of put my own together, like ordered little mini skeins, and done it, you know, myself, and kind of put them in a bag and gone from there. But yeah, I've been thinking about this idea for a while now. So if it's something you would be interested in, like I said, the 5 I keep calling it milligram, the 5-gram ones, it would be $25 plus shipping. The 10-gram would be $50 plus shipping, and you would get 25 skeins. And I would package them and throw some extra little goodies in them too. So if you're interested in something like that, let me know down in the comments and which you would prefer, so I kind of get an idea of what's going to be more popular. Whether, you know, so if you're interested, say yes, I'm interested, and then let me know if it would be 5-gram or 10-gram, and then we'll rethink that. But I just kind of want some of your your input, and see what you all think about doing something like this. Some of the skeins of yarn would be some from my stash that I have not used, and some would be some hand-dyed that I would put together myself. They would all be, should have said this before, they would all be wool-based yarns, like either merinos or, you know, regular like Peruvian Highland yarns, things like that, but they would all be wool, and they would be fingering weight. So not the worst, because at least the fingering weight, you get more yardage out of it. And the 10-gram skeins, you get about 40 yards per, a fingering weight skein is roughly 400 yards. So if it's divided by 10, you would get about 40 yards per skein. If you get the 5-gram one, it would be about 20 yards per skein. So yeah, if you're interested, it's just, like I said, it's an idea I'm bouncing around to see if there's enough interest in it to go about doing this. But if you are, just let me know down in the comments, and I really appreciate that. Also, we are getting closer and closer to our next 100 subscribers, which means as soon as we hit 4,700 subscribers, there will be another giveaway. So if you haven't already, click that little red subscribe button down below, and that way you will, and click the notification next to it that says all. That way you will be notified anytime we post a video, or anytime I do a giveaway, which is every 100 subscribers. So that is it for today. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye, everybody.